Burnouts, we are back. I am your host, Christian Felipe, aka Fired Up Felipe, aka the Chief Burnout, aka the CDC, and that means something completely different than what you're thinking. Thank you for tuning in once again. Please make sure to like and subscribe, leave a 5-star rating, share with your friends, comment, do all that. We've got a loaded episode for you coming up, but before we get into it, I want to very quickly, recap the last preseason game that the Heat played. At the time of the recording of the pod, that game had not concluded, but I still want to touch on it because I've seen a lot of references to the last and only other time the Heat went winless in preseason. It was the 07-08 season where we were a dreadful 15-67. But before you start thinking that a winless preseason is some kind of dark omen, when you increase the sample size to more teams than just the Heat, you start to realize that this doesn't really mean anything at all. The 2020-2021 season, the Suns and Bucks both went to the finals, and guess what? They were both winless in the preseason, albeit on less games. In the 2022-23 season, the Bucks, again, went winless in preseason and were the first seed in the East. They didn't flame out in the first round of the playoffs, but that was neither here nor there. The same year, the Lakers went 1-5 in the preseason, and they made it to the West Finals. So, again, this doesn't matter. It doesn't really mean much, but to actually get into the game, to discuss kind of what happened, heading into the fourth quarter, the Heat were up 1 in the fourth. The only starter who played, and I'm recording this because as of right now, I don't think he's actually designated as a starter with a healthy roster. The only starter who played was Ware. And he did play really well. He played good D, he had a nice putback from his own miss, was setting screens and rolling hard. On top of that, Bam hit 2 threes this game, which was lovely to see. I was also very excited seeing Bam get covered by non-centers, when he was sharing the court with Ware, and he was using his strength to bully these smaller players. Powell, Wiggs, Mitchell, they all looked really good this game. I honestly think they'll be very impressive for Heat fans this season. Larson, unfortunately, had a terrible game by all measures, but he'll bounce back, I hope. And hey, absolute worst case, let's say this is some kind of precursor to a 15-67 season. We do have our own pick, and this next draft class is absolutely loaded. But in Spo's tenure as a head coach, many years, we've only been under 500 3 times, one of which was last season. And we've never won less than 37 games in any season that Spo has been the head coach. So moving on to the fun stuff. On this episode, we have a friend of the pod, Alain Tellez, on. We give some brief predictions for opening night and the Heat's opener, which, by the way, opening night is tomorrow. Regular season basketball is here, and we are so excited. But aside from that, we'll also recap the first 2 episodes of Starting 5 and also go through a what-if of sorts. We draft a few moments, players in NBA history that we would have loved to see on Starting 5 had it always existed. Then last, but definitely not least, you've all heard of the term the face of the league, but that gets thrown around, but no one has ever asked, what about the rest of the body? Who is the rest of the body? No one has asked that question until now, at least. We'll be going through and awarding players with different body parts of the league. And no, don't let your mind go there. We didn't get dirty. We're talking hands, arms, back, feet, all that and more. Let's jump right in after this. All right. Let's get right into it. Today, my friends, we're joined by a very good friend of mine, a former podcast guest. He's been here for one of the first few episodes. The host of his own podcast, The Domino Tapes. Make sure to go ahead and check that for all things Latin music related. A Heat junkie, unfortunately also a Dolphins junkie, maybe a Dolphins crash out at this point.
Yeah.
But my good friend Alain Tellez is here. Thank you for joining us, Alain.
What up? They tried to stop us. They tried to silence us before, but we're back. For if you know, you know. There was an episode
the lost episode,
the lost files. But we're back without censorship
in a more exciting time because the season it's right upon us, man. It's right upon us, and that's what I want to talk about first and foremost. As we get later into this episode, we have a few fun segments that we're gonna get into. I think everyone will enjoy those, so make sure to stay tuned. But for now, we're just gonna give some predictions for opening night, which is on Tuesday. This episode will be releasing Monday, so if you're hearing this, it'll be the next day, right? So on opening night, there's just two games. It's Thunder versus Rockets and Warriors versus Lakers. What are our thoughts? Let's start one by one. How are we feeling about, I guess overall, how are we feeling about those two games being the opening night games? Does that make sense?
I think it does. I think, anyways, you need to have the defending champs opening night, no matter
That's
what.
true.
You have them going against a team that turned from rebuild to contender overnight.
Was the second seed last season.
Right, exactly, and got better.
They got
So,
KD.
exactly, yeah, got KD and overall fit as a team better. Well,
Yeah.
could be a freezing cold take, but
No, I think you're onto something. I mean, I do think the
Yeah,
loss of Fred will matter a little bit, but Reed Shepherd balled the hell out the other night. And it was a preseason game, but it was against starters that he did this.
Right.
So it wasn't against no one. And also, besides the fact that Amen Thompson is at all times ready to throw hands, apparently,
Right.
he got into a fist fight at the preseason game against the Pelicans. But
love it.
he's also really talented. So that talent, Sengun, is also maybe primed for a breakout season. He was balling out in EuroLeague and was already kind of breaking out last year. They're a good team. They're a really really good team.
No, for sure. And then on the other side, you have Warriors Lakers with, what we thought for a quick second was going to be LeBron's last year.
I never thought that
until he put the rumors to bed. But
the Boomer Bowl, some are calling this game the Boomer Bowl.
Yes, but also it's going to be what I'm looking for in that game is I want to see skinny Luka. I want to see what that looks like. I want to see.
You think he'll take his shirt off?
If we're lucky.
If we're so lucky.
But no, I want to see what a Luka that seems more focused on basketball, like taking it more seriously in his body.
Yeah.
Looks like, I mean, obviously it's like what was working for him before was, he had that little extra weight to kind of push off of.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't have that, right. And if he doesn't have that anymore, it's like, okay, what does this look like? Are we getting back to, are we going to see dunks this year?
Maybe.
Luka notoriously not a dunker.
No, it's gone down and down throughout his career, even though
he's realized why dunk when just shoot three?
Just shoot three. Just shoot from anywhere, really, because he's
really.
And he has eyes in the back of his head. He could pass to anybody. And also Steph Curry against LeBron. That's always LeBron's not playing. We'll say because he is diagnosed with being old.
Right.
But Steph Curry on primetime television against the Lakers. It's good content. No East team for this opener. Two West teams.
No, it's
the East is damn bad this year.
They are.
If Tyrese wasn't injured, I bet the Pacers would have been on one of these games, right?
For sure. I mean, they were the most exciting team in the East last year.
It probably would have been Pacers Thunder. They probably would have done a finals repeat opener. But for good reason, they are not making us watch the Pacers on opening night. That would be disappointing, to say the least.
Right.
Yeah. And then the next night, well, first, predictions. Let's just quick,
I'm going...
just purely a prediction. Who's winning Thunder Rockets? Thunder and leading scorers on the Thunder, leading scorer on the Rockets. Who do we think?
I think Shea just
a cool 33
picks up where he left off.
Yeah, just another top 5 player, season loading. I think J-Dub's gonna come out looking great too. I think J-Dub's gonna look good. But yeah, I'm taking Thunder in that game. I do think KD's gonna drop like 40.
No, for sure. I mean, on a new team that's still trying to figure it out, I think he's going to be like, all right, well, while you guys try to figure it out, I'm going to score a quick 40.
Yeah, just easy. Just let y'all know what I'm about. And then, so we're both aligned on that. Warriors, Lakers?
I'm going Lakers here. I'm going Lakers. I think because no LeBron, it's a closer game than it should be.
Yeah.
But I think ultimately it's like I'm expecting Luka to just show out and prove from day one, prove the haters wrong that, he's unfocused on basketball and like all these things. Like I think it's a statement game for him. I don't
think the Warriors can guard him, man. Not that anybody can guard him, but
I don't think they have anyone who could
that it takes to guard him.
Yeah,
and I think DeAndre Ayton will be a pleasant surprise. Part of me wants to say Warriors, but Jimmy Butler's on the team, so I'm gonna go Lakers because that's just where we're at now.
Yeah.
So I'm with you on that. And then
you don't want to see your ex do better.
Exactly. I loved our time together, but this is what you get for moving on.
Exactly.
And then on the next night, Wednesday, we have Heat versus Magic, which we've played, I think, 3 times in the preseason. We've obviously not won
Yeah.
any games in the preseason, but
No.
it's okay. It's just preseason. Not too much to take away from there. They do have some injuries going into the season, just like we do. Jalen Suggs is out. We have Tyler out, which might not be for long, apparently. But what are we feeling? It's a home game for Magic. It's in Orlando.
Yeah. Bro, call me a homer, but I like this team.
I like it too.
I think we're sneaky deep. Like, I think we're like,
I just think we're missing the one guy, but like we have all the other guys. I think,
I love what I saw this preseason from Cass. Like,
dude,
I was like, wow, imagine having a point guard.
a
Like,
real point guard. Like he knows how to pass the ball. It's
no,
crazy.
from I don't know what the hell Goran told him, but it worked.
From Nash to Goran, from Goran to Cass.
It's basically we basically have Steve Nash.
He's been dealing with some kind of injury the past few days. That's supposedly not major. He didn't. Okay, so even for this game that they're playing tonight, they listed him as a DNP coach's decision. So, which most of the team is listed that way. So I think hopefully he's fine for the start of the season. I think he will be. Man, dude, we have a lot of guys. I don't know if it's a home game, and for some reason Orlando always plays their best against us. Like
Yeah. I mean, this goes back to like they've always done this.
Yeah,
like,
even when we were like the by far better team.
Brother, you don't know how many times I have Nikola Vucevic nightmares from when he would just grab 20 rebounds on us.
Yeah, the trauma that you just brought back into my life. Yeah, Vooch has had some games against us. I mean, Aaron Gordon had some games against us.
This has been going on since I've been a Heat fan.
Yeah, so I think the Magic will take it, but I think it's going to be a good game. I'm excited for a good game for our opener.
Sure.
So
I feel like going into this year, I was like, okay, I'm not really expecting much out of this year from us. And then I don't know, man. Just seeing Cass, seeing Khalil, like kind of starting to come into his own. I'm like, damn, but we could.
Dude,
we could be sneaky, like
if Ware can put it all together consistently, dude, like consistently. I just dropped a clip today about how I think that Ware has to, meet our guy, our doctor. I don't want to say his name, but has to meet him and maybe just take a test and see what's up. Because if he's locked in consistently, this guy's he has, and I know again, like we both are going to sound like homers here, but it's the fact that he's not just shooting standing still threes.
No,
he's shooting like on the move threes, like walking backwards threes.
He's making your center follow him.
Yeah, like and he can rise up high.
And what happens when your center follows him? You have Bam down low with your power forward.
Yeah, which
so.
Bam is usually able to get off his little shimmy midi against centers. If he's doing it against a power forward, he's bullying them. To him, that's a nice day at work.
You have to put your 7-footer on Khalil.
What do you do?
Like you're gonna have to. You have 2 7-footers on the floor at the same time? Like,
not a lot of teams have that.
No, that's a luxury that a lot of teams don't have. So
yeah, so I'm very excited. I think as the season goes on, and we hope, right, that Ware just gets better and better and better. And who knows? Maybe he doesn't make the starting lineup for this first night because Jovic might be the starter. I'm sure the minutes will be pretty close regardless.
That's going to be interesting too. Is like
as the season goes on, he might prove himself to be the starter.
Yeah.
Or we go 3 bigs, dude. Just Bam, Ware, and Jovic of what we've always been.
Yeah. That'll be legendary.
People forget that Bam is 6'9". It's not like
LeBron was our small forward. He's 6'8".
Yeah, I'm like, he's just a little big for a small forward.
Right.
We've just been playing him at center. But he's
he
a small forward.
Than he is.
Yeah. And Jovic is 6'10", which is a perfect power forward height,
But also shifty.
He is very shifty. And he's our point guard pretty much for now. And he's not looking bad in it. I'm very excited. And then
there are things to be excited about.
And if Tyler truly is coming back faster than anyone's ever come back from this kind of surgery, he's saying 5 games. He's saying this openly to people that he's going to be back in 5 games. And people were saying that he might not be back till December. If he's coming back that quickly,
I just don't want him to force it too much, and then it lingers on, and it's like a whole thing.
I like the fire from him though. I like that he's not he made a slight to Jimmy when he was saying this, which all the right to, that
Right.
he's not losing his joy over this contract situation. So even though we haven't chosen to extend him just yet, he's going to ball
Yeah.
out and prove it himself. Because he kind of has to, right? Even if it's not us, he can't afford to not prove it this year. Jimmy had
Right.
a
Right.
little bit of affordance of being a superstar.
That's the thing is, if you're gonna command superstar money, like you have to show
Yeah.
you're some kind of a superstar.
Look, if he makes an all-star team this year, pay him $50 million, dog. If he makes an all-star,
Yeah.
not
Just
all-star, sorry, all NBA. If he
yeah.
makes an
Yeah. Whoa.
all-star
Whoa.
team,
Whoa. Whoa.
if he makes an all-star team, especially in a weak East, then that's still a good thing. Maybe in
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
30 to 40 range. But if he's all NBA level talent, which I don't think he will be, but who knows, man? He's gotten better every single year that he's been in the
Yeah.
league. He puts his head down, he goes to work, and maybe this will be a better year for him. I'm
Yeah.
excited for it. I think it could be cool. I think he's a talented player. There's been reports coming out that I don't know where they're coming from necessarily, or if it's just speculation. I have a feeling it's speculation because we're the Heat and what we do normally.
Yeah.
That the reason we haven't extended him yet is because we're worried about saving cap space for 2027, which makes some sense because obviously his extension would kick in through 2027. But we do have a lot of contracts coming off the book by then. I think some of the bigger ones I think one of the bigger ones is actually Andrew Wiggins' contract.
Mhm.
No, his Andrew Wiggins' contract is one of the only big ones that does not end before, but he's a tradable player if we really wanted to
Yeah.
get into that. Norm hasn't been extended yet either, so it's not like his contract's under the book. So I don't feel like those two things are necessarily related. Like I think
Mhm.
if Hero balls out this year, they're gonna pay him regardless.
Right.
They're not gonna let him walk.
Yeah.
But I think we get suckered into this every time, and I don't know how to feel about it. Obviously, as a Heat fan, like I'm gonna go through the list of free agents, supposed free agents, because as I name them off,
Yeah. Yeah.
you're gonna start noticing that a lot of these players aren't going anywhere.
No.
Supposed free agents 2027, Steph Curry.
He might retire. He might even just like,
He might have, but no.
right. Right.
Giannis, I think he's more likely to get traded than to leave in free
Yeah.
agency. Anthony Davis, I'm good anyways. He's
Yeah.
34 and a half right now. So
Right.
in 2 more
And
years, 36 and a half. I don't want a
s-
37-year-old Anthony Davis.
also switch diets with Luca. I don't know if you've seen him recently.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that was
Everything's
Jimmy
bigger in
Butler's a
Texas.
free agent in 2027. He will be
No,
38
thank
years
you.
old. I'm good. Jokic, he's not going anywhere. Karl Anthony Towns, I have always thought would be a really interesting pairing next to Bam. Like I think that's probably one of the most fun pairings.
Yeah.
But I just don't know where we'll be at, where he'll be at. Like that's not like if that's what we're holding out for, like
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
Paul George will be 39 years old. No.
Okay.
Donovan Mitchell, that's
a pairing that we've been talking about for years now.
yes.
Like
And
that's like
maybe with Spo being the coach of Team USA, maybe Donovan Mitchell being the next team,
I swear we better get some free agents because of this.
Yeah. So
Like
Donovan Mitchell does perk it up a little bit. I'm
yeah.
like, okay, that's exciting. Kawhi, no. Zach LaVine, if he was willing to sign for super cheap, like I still think he's a talented
Right.
player. He's just super overpaid. Trae Young, interesting, but I think more likely to get traded. James Harden will be 40 years old. He'll be retired. Brandon Ingram, I'm good.
Mhm.
Like, and then the list goes on. Kyrie Irving, Rudy Gobert, Michael Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Drew Holiday, Julius Randle, just a bunch of guys. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
not to say that a lot of these people aren't talented
No
players.
superstars. It's just
Guys.
right.
Which,
Solid players. Yeah.
you don't save your cap space for that. So I don't know. I don't think necessarily I think those are two separate things. The Heat are waiting for 2027 to see what they could do, and also they're waiting to see what Tyler does before they extend him, which
Yeah.
is totally reasonable. And I think we're going to be looking at the trade market a lot. We might not make any trades this season, but they're going to be looking.
Yeah. I think a name for sure there is Wiggins. I think
He will
with
be
his
shocked,
contract, yeah, with his contract and like obviously like our depth at that position, it's like most
think
likely
Wiggins-
he'll.
I think
he'll
Wiggins
be,
and Powell are possible trade candidates, or Hero. I think that but Wiggins I feel like is one that they'll include. I mean, I think honestly anyone besides Bam they'd probably be willing to trade at this point.
Yeah.
And besides Davion Mitchell, maybe I think Spo is in love with Davion, which for good reason. We all
makes
are.
sense. I mean, this guy, come on.
He hustles. But yeah, and then one last thing before we get into the fun segments. There was this hypothetical trade. Just want to get your thoughts on it. I don't know who's putting this out there, who's reporting it, but it made it enough to get reposted that I would
Mhm.
see this. It's a trade with the Grizzlies and the Heat in which we get Jaw and we trade Terry, which is salary dump, obviously, Jaime, Kasparis, 2030 first round pick, and then a top 5 protected first round pick in 2032. So just 2 first round picks, and then Jaime and Kasparis. I don't think that's enough for Jaw.
No, I was gonna say, I was like, that's it.
Unless he brandishes another gun this season, I don't think his value's that low.
Yeah,
He has had injury issues, so like you're making a bet, but I still think someone would be willing to pay more than that for Ja Morant.
for sure. I mean,
Like
never say never. I mean,
that's true,
the
but like
Luka trade happened at the end
if
of
I'm
the
a
day.
Grizzlies fan and that's the trade I'm seeing out there, I'm
I'm
like,
pissed.
yeah, I'm like, no, just keep the guy, like keep my guy.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't.
Yeah, as a
unless
Grizzlies fan, you don't want that.
that's like Kasparis is cool, and I think he'll be good. He might even, again, this is very, very, very speculative right now. He has the potential to be a better player than Ja Morant 5 years from now. Like 5 years later,
Yeah,
potential. I think Ja Morant is a better player and probably has more potential than Kasparis, but obviously injury problems, off the
Yeah.
court issues. We might not see the fully realized Ja Morant, but the point
it's
being,
like,
like
does his Kasparis at the end of his career have better stats than
exactly, like maybe,
than Ja? Maybe, could be
maybe.
just off of being on the court.
just off playing basketball, you know.
Yeah.
So, but if I'm a Grizzlies fan, I need something to be excited for. Like, and if I'm 2 first round picks from the Heat, oh great, 2 picks in the 20s, like
Right. That's the thing is the Heat are never gonna tank. Like
yeah, like it doesn't matter how bad the team is, we're gonna win 40 games.
we're gonna make a play in.
Yeah, like we're going. We are lucky that we're like the Chicago Bulls, just with a better like organization and structure around us, because we're not.
We're always going for it.
Yeah, we're going for it. Doesn't matter. But yeah. So that's our preview. We'll cut here. We're gonna get into our fun segments right after this. We're back. We're gonna be talking now about starting 5. I've been probably one of the number 1 hype boys for this show. I think I might be doing more promotion than Netflix actually is for
Right.
starting 5.
I was gonna say, I was like, I didn't even know a new season was going on until you told me.
No, they're not doing enough. They need to hire our advertising
Right.
minds probably to
Right.
get some action on this, because based on these first 2 episodes, and we're going to be taking it slow on this podcast. I know Netflix likes to release whole seasons all at once. I'm going to consume this like a regular human being. We got actual sports on TV. I watched the first 2. We watched the first 2,
Yeah.
and I'll probably be continuing to recap 2 at a time. But in these first 2 episodes, it was off to a pretty good start. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying the season. And for those who don't know or didn't listen, it's Kevin Durant, it's Jaylen Brown, it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tyrese Halliburton, and
James Harden.
James Harden. How could I forget? He's been very entertaining on this season
I
so far.
have my notes on him.
Yeah. So far so good. I've been enjoying it. It's cool. They have like a couple old heads. They have the 2 guys who are in the finals. They have Jaylen Brown. A lot of players we don't know about and who are less, especially like less media trained. Like they're more natural, I feel like. I think we're
Yeah.
getting the real them from all these guys.
Yeah, I think one of my criticisms from past seasons of starting 5 was like, no knock on Jason Tatum, but he's not the most exciting player to follow.
Yeah, he's just a nice guy.
Right, nice guy who just plays basketball. Like it's like, okay, that's cool, but it's like, what have I learned about you besides that you're just extremely talented? Yeah, you work hard at basketball, but it's like you have a kid,
Yeah.
and
then like
that's
Ant was fun, you know, Jimmy Butler was fun, but
Right.
like LeBron James, like we've all know everything there is to know.
there's enough
about-
content on LeBron James to know.
Yeah, and like you're not getting the unfiltered LeBron. That's not
No,
it. And then like
that isn't it.
Sabonis, like no offense to Sabonis, but like
Yeah,
I'm
that
okay.
that one was random.
I just like I'm all right. I don't
Right.
don't need to know more about your life.
I've never watched the game and be like, you know what? Who's that Sabonis guy?
It's like you're not even on a good team, so it's like
No,
I don't
Yeah,
care about
right.
the Kings at all.
right.
So this season is more exciting just purely off of like Kevin Durant's Kevin Durant, and you know he's always going to speak his mind. James Harden's a freaking trip.
Dude,
Ah.
so here's my note on Harden. I'll do it because I wrote these notes based on each episode. For all I wrote for Harden in episode 1 was James Harden will never grow up.
No, dude, he's 35 years old talking about girls. Like,
No, his first clip was last night had the best of me.
dude, like he,
His
man,
first clip was, oh yeah, like basically saying, oh, I'm hungover. My note for Harden in 2 was Harden saying I'm in love is something I never thought I'd hear.
didn't think I'd hear that. Didn't think I'd hear that. They brought back the meme of him, his reaction to his girl catching the bouquet,
Which
which
is
was
hilarious.
just wonderful, wonderful that they had that. Jess was watching with me, like half watching, like
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
stuff, and
Mandy was
but
too so.
for the Harden clips that came up, she was like, "Why is he like this? Like, why?" And it's like,
No, I agree, dude. I think the one I've enjoyed the most watching right now, just off of like, is probably Harden.
it's
Just
probably
because
Harden. He's low key the star of the show right now.
because he's going on about like, and also it kind of, I kind of saw a side of Harden in this, that
Yeah,
he like, from the outside you're like, this guy doesn't care about basketball.
no,
Like
but he does.
he obviously, like, you think, okay, obviously they have to care at some level, but it's like even in how he talks about the game, and like his clips and interviews, he's like, he's an unserious guy, but he also just loves playing basketball
And
and
I feel like we haven't gotten this much like content from Harden.
access
I
to
don't.
him.
Yeah,
Every
I
time
don't.
that something from Harden comes out, it's like a club like
A
video.
video of him from afar, like not actually of him speaking and like hanging out.
Right. I've never seen as much content from Harden.
He
You know
seems
what
like a
was
good hang.
He does. I will say he's one of the boys.
He's one of the boys. Like, he sounds like a good time. He talks shit in like a good way too, like not over the top. Just
Also, what I've appreciated about this season is like how each of these guys are kind of like showing the amount of respect they have for each other. And I don't
yeah,
know if it's because of how it's like cut, or like, I don't know how they ask one player first about this specific player, and they
yeah.
tie it in with like,
It's well done. It's very well
it's
done.
very well cut, I will say, because um Harden talking about like his relationship with KD and how that
That
started,
was super cool.
and him talking about how mad and hurt he was actually by the trade, and out and KD responded like, "Yo, fuck these guys!" Like they didn't want to.
Yeah, like
Like,
which
that was hilarious of KD saying like, "Oh yeah, you got all these guys on Twitter talking
I
about
mean, is he wrong
congrats."
though?
He's not wrong, and it's refreshing to see like someone be like, "Oh, y'all just mad because we would have won." Like,
It's I was as I was thinking about that, and it's like a big Bill Simmons shout out to him sliding doors moment. How different would Kevin Durant's legacy be if they didn't trade James Harden?
no, and not
Because if
just
they didn't
that,
trade James Harden, that team probably does win a championship.
but that team was nasty. Like they were,
Like I forgot in the way that he put it, because I obviously we were watching the league. We were younger, but we were watching the
yeah,
league at
yeah,
that point. But yeah, they lost 3 times in a row to the team that ended up winning the championship, and
yeah.
they were getting better and better and better every year. They were still super young.
They were like, I think they were like 21, 22 years old.
Yeah,
Kevin
like
Durant got into the league at 18.
yeah, like they had, man, and such a great fit together. Like you had your shooting guard, your point guard,
Dude,
your
you had an
power forward.
uber athletic freak as your point guard who can push the ball. You have maybe the best offensive player in the world of all
Yeah,
time
of all time.
as your shooting guard, and a close second
I know, yeah, like another one of the best offensive
coming off the
players.
bench.
Yeah, like man,
Like you
I
had
mean, Sam Presti has said it. He regrets this decision. Like,
I mean, you have, bro, people don't think about that team. That team had defensive dogs too in Ibaka and Cephalosha. I mean, we barely won.
yeah, like we barely beat them as is, and like,
and it was just because they were young, they were like inexperienced. What saved us was, yeah, like Shane Battier for sure saved us because it gave us a 3-and-D.
yeah, a really good and smart
who could
3-and-D.
hit big shots in
Yeah.
big crucial moments. Obviously, the Mike Miller.
But this Thunder team was way deeper than that. They were
Yeah,
they were way deeper
bro.
than that.
What helped us was these were LeBron's best years.
Yeah, it was LeBron's prime, his physical prime.
I'm talking about nobody could stop him. I mean, it's also, you had, once they established that like Wade was like, okay, you're the number one, and bro, we've joked about it, but like even today they're not making those plays, like the full
No.
court lobs. that they
Dude,
would just randomly pull
their
off mid
their
game.
connection was,
Like,
which is what's cool to see, because I do think that has been lacking from the league for a long time. Like players that really like click and connect off the court to that extent. Like you could tell. I mean, you could tell. LeBron and Wade are best friends.
yeah,
They're like
yeah.
genuinely like they love each other to death.
Yeah.
And I think we're seeing a little bit of that too with some of these guys. Like I feel like Shea and J-Dub, like they're boys. Like there's
that
no
Thunder
coming
team
between
is
them
very
two.
close, and that's something
All
else
of them. They love each other.
Yeah, that's something that we saw in starting five, is that Thunder team is very, very, very close. Like bro, the yard sale.
The yard sale's funny
crazy.
as fuck. Dude, how do I get the invite? None of it are fit us, but
no, that was crazy. No, and then Chet saying $20K for Shai's signed shoes.
Yeah, he's gonna sell Shay's Seekers signed by Chet.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Fucking game worn. Like, with shout out to Shay though. I mean, he's like wear an outfit twice.
I mean, yeah, that was crazy. That was insane. He's
Never.
like, no, they asked him, and then they're like, oh, I mean, you could like repeat when you go to the grocery store. He's like, oh, you go to the grocery store? He goes, nah, not me. But like,
which I liked that in the episode before
people
that.
who do go to the grocery store.
Yeah, he also in the episode before that, he's like, I just want people to know, like, I'm a regular dude. I do all the same things you do. And I know he meant that in the way that, like, when they filmed him saying that, he was changing his baby's diaper. So it was like, you know, he changes the diapers, but like, you don't go to the grocery store though.
No.
So you don't know what that's like.
You don't do a yard sale of like, probably if you had to like audit that yard sale, it's probably like $500,000.
He has to report that on his taxes.
Yeah.
Actually, no, because he's selling it to his boys for like $20.
Yeah.
which is the craziest thing. Just like easy money selling. But I am probably the biggest Shea sexual there is in the world. I think his game is smooth like butter. They said it himself. Paul Pierce said it, which Paul Pierce might be the biggest Heat hater, but he does give a lot of love to a lot of people. He was saying that Shea is like the closest thing we have right now to Kobe. And it's,
dude,
they played the clip side by side.
I was going to say, I was like, it wasn't until seeing it like that I was like, no, he's right though.
It's the same moves.
It's the pumps. The timing of when he's like going from shot to layup.
Literally with the same rhythm, dude. Kobe was, I think, more explosive than Shea is. But Shea can literally get anywhere he wants to on the court.
Oh, I think the difference is Kobe was more intense about it. Shea's more like just kind of like nonchalant, like let the game come to you.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen any player have more like step throughs than Shea, where he just like kind of stops on a dime, he pumps, you bite, and then he's just up and under you. And it's, what do you do against that? Nothing.
No.
And then some of those circus shots he makes, like he's
not only
monster,
is his game smooth, his shoulders are hella smooth. I don't know if you saw that shot.
When he was wearing the all black, I think. I was like, this guy is...
instantly, first shot, when he was changing his baby's diaper, I was like... His shoulders are mad smooth.
Shea butter.
Shea butter.
Shea butter. Does anybody call him that?
They should.
If they haven't, that's a crime, right?
No, it's too easy. It's a layup. It's a step through.
Yeah, Shea Gilgeous, Shea Butter.
No, yeah, literally in my notes, episode 1. Okay.
One of his shoes are called Shea Butter, but I don't think I've ever heard someone call him Shea Butter.
No. Notes for episode 1 under Shea I put Shea is shifty as fuck.
Dude, he's the most. No, finding out too, which was cool because I didn't know that much about him pre him coming into the NBA, but finding out he was like very short in high school, so he had to be
5'7", 110.
Yeah,
like 5'7" not that short for a high schooler.
But a lot of these guys in high school
for an NBA player,
for an NBA player, a lot of them are 6 feet already in high school.
Yeah,
and he was 5'7".
Yeah,
just winning off of pure
start stop.
Yeah, start stop. That's it. Yeah,
that's it. He was like start stop.
It was really cool to see that, to get that like flashback. Yeah. Also from episode 1, just a little montage of KD balling to classical music. That Amazing. Was pure cinema. Just what
beautiful. I appreciated from that, like KD's moment in episode 1 was KD saying, "I don't care who drives the bus."
That was Shady's take on the metaphor was really good.
It was good, and honestly,
like everybody's taking turns too on a long road trip. Like You don't just let one guy drive.
He's like, bro, if I'm going across the country, it's like, I don't want to drive by myself.
Yeah, like, and I was like, you know what? That's real.
I was like, you know what? Yeah, I get it. For real.
He's like, I'm getting behind the bus. I'm pushing that motherfucker. He's like, I'm filling the gas tank. Like, I'm doing everything.
Which was true. Bro, in that Warriors team, he was playing some of the best defense I've ever seen him play his career.
Yeah. The worst team was broken, but it's not like KD wasn't playing some of the best basketball we've ever seen from any human being.
And yeah,
that's why the team was broken. The team was broken because you had two of the best basketball players ever playing on the same team. That was the reason.
During their prime.
Now the big three is Shea, J-Dub, and Chet. That's the new big three in the league.
Bro, and watch out, there might be a big four because they got depth there.
Their team, Kason Wallace is sick. Nikola Topic is gonna be good.
The other J-Dub.
The other J-Dub is awesome. Like, Hardenstein is amazing. Caruso is amazing. That team is so...
Yeah, no, that team is... When they do the Hardenstein Chet lineup, it's like, good luck.
Good luck, buddy. Because Hardenstein's really good. He could pass the ball. He could shoot the ball.
Yeah, and if you're worried about another 7-footer who's generational, like, he's taking your second best big. Easy.
Which, I've said this before, but I have to say it again. The fact that starting five for this past season managed to get both Tyrese and Shea...
Dude, my heart broke when I heard Tyrese say, if I lose a game 7 in the finals, that'd be a game I would always think about.
That's how they opened episode 1, right? And that was heartbreaking. They fast forward to him in the locker room, like watching his team, and he's just broken, bro. Like, bro,
that was crazy.
I felt so bad for him. Just as anyone who's ever wanted something. Yeah, like anyone who's ever just fucking really wanted something. And if you guys watched the game 7, and I know you did, but like to the fans out there, if you watched game 7, Tyrese was on a heater.
Bro, he was going crazy.
He had just forced OKC to call a timeout.
Yeah.
Like coming off the screen cheering. And then in the next couple minutes, like that,
dude,
man.
I remember looking at my TV in disbelief. Like, this can't be how it ends. Like,
and I was rooting for OKC. Obviously I was rooting for OKC, but when I saw that, I was like, nah, man, not like this. Like this. It's heartbreaking. I'm not ready to get to that episode. Like, when we get to that episode of the season, it's gonna really hurt me just to again relive that, because
I wanted it for him so bad.
He seems like such a good dude. And
he was having a historic run as like the person who would put the dagger in the other team. Like, who historic
constantly
last second comebacks.
Voted most overrated player last season. Before the playoffs.
I like that KD said that. Where he was like they cut to KD because Halliburton said, "Oh, KD's probably the biggest heel in the history of the NBA" or something like that.
Yeah.
And KD was like, he's not disliked. He's just like, he gets hate because everybody gets hate. Like,
yeah.
Which I think that this show is humanizing KD a lot.
Look, I'm never gonna respect the move that KD made going to the Warriors. I understand it. But as a fan of the NBA, I'm not gonna be like, that was cool. But KD's a good dude. Like, he seems like a good dude, man. He literally, all he cares about is playing ball. That's
all he wants to do is, in his words, see the ball go through the basket.
Yeah, he likes to play ball, hang out with his homies. Like, he is one of the most simple dudes. Just catch him at the park or catch him with his boys. That's it. So it's been real cool. The only other note I want to say about this before we move on, it was interesting that there's no actual rules in the rule book. Tyrese talks about this regarding the 3 balls that are chosen before the game.
So him saying that he picked all 3 of them?
he just picks all 3 that he likes, and then lets the other team pick. But
he's like, they don't know that I already picked it.
Yeah, like I now I want to know what other teams do.
Yeah.
If they don't care, because I feel like, I know it's a little thing, but as a hooper who, like, a lot of everything you do is just motion. It's repetition.
Yeah.
If you feel the ball and you feel good from the first moment you grab it, that sets you up for the whole game, rather than you having to get accustomed to it.
Definitely.
So Tyrese doing that is genius.
And we had just come from the clip of Jaylen Brown saying details matter. And
yes,
here's Halliburton being like, I'm already one step ahead of you.
Yeah. Oh, and because we haven't given any love to Jaylen Brown, I will say it has been interesting to learn more about Jaylen Brown. I like him, and I think you could tell he's like a tough guy. Like, his grandfather apparently was a trainer for professional boxers for like some of the best ever.
He got hit by I forgot Who I forgot who the boxer
Was it Clyde Frazier?
Maybe, yeah. But he was saying, or like Sugar Ray Leonard or somebody.
Yeah, Sonny Liston,
But
somebody
yeah, but he's like, oh, I got hit for
messing
talking to
with
his
his
girl.
yeah, which apparently yeah, his grandpa seems like a great guy. He seems like a cool guy. I don't think we've gotten that much of him yet. I don't think we've really gotten a lot of Jaden Brown behind the scenes.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like the first 2 episodes, he feels like he's in the background. Like,
yeah, we got a few scenes of him talking, but that was it.
Mostly boxing.
Yeah, episode 3, I think. Which I will say that explains a lot. Because if you've ever seen Jaden Brown's biceps, that motherfucker looks very strong.
No, he's jacked.
We did
boxing
see him.
Makes sense.
We did see him playfully wrestling with KP, which I thought was like, it was almost cooler to see KP being humanized. Because
that I was gonna say, I was like, damn, and then he got traded. Like,
yeah, which is kind of sad.
But also thank God, because I was like, that was
that team was scary.
That team was
another
scary.
Very scary team. Another very scary team that we thankfully don't have to see for a little while.
Right.
And that's gonna be heartbreaking too when we get to the Taysom Tatum injury. That's gonna be very sad. No one's gonna be happy about that. No one should be happy about that. I'm sure there are weirdos around the world who are. But moving on. This is a segment here based on starting 5 that I'm really excited to play with you.
Okay, let's do
this is our hypothetical starting 5. What if, this show is awesome? What if it existed for our whole lives, for all of the NBA, right? Obviously, most of these examples we'll give are from what we know of the NBA, not from the 80s and 70s, unless you went super far into your bag.
No.
But so we're going to make a quick draft of some moments that we wish were captured in starting 5 had it existed before. We have categories, so we'll go one by one for categories. We'll just draft in an order. Obviously, I'll go first, you'll go second, or I'll let you go first actually, and just you pick from whatever category you want. But the 5 categories are Heat related, so anything from a Heat related season of starting 5, a former MVP, so just an MVP from the past and going through one of their seasons, a star on a team that won a chip, so not necessarily an MVP, just a star who won a championship, a star on a shitty team, so some drama-filled season, and a redemption season. So those are our 5 categories. Again, we both have to pick one player from each of these categories, but you can start from whatever category you want. If you pick something, obviously I can't pick it anymore, so I'll give you the first pick. What category are you going with?
Okay. All right. I'm going to do star on a team that wins a chip. And
okay.
This is an interesting one because I feel like this was an interesting team. And it's Dirk on the Mavs.
Okay, that was on my list.
Because
let's get into it.
I remember when the Heat went against them in the finals. That team was a motherfucker to play. And it was because Dirk could not miss. I'm talking about like his fadeaway was cash. Like you couldn't guard him at all. And that team also had characters. It was Jason the Jet Terry, who got a championship tattoo before they won the championship, which was crazy. I remember seeing that.
Crazy.
I remember seeing that. I said, I'm like, I want them to lose.
That is very good. Yeah,
they had an aging Jason Kidd. They had a JJ Barea who was giving us work. They had Sean Marion. That team, that was an interesting team.
That was, and I mean, it's hurtful for us because they beat the Heat, but also like getting Dirk his first chip, his first and only chip, obviously.
Right.
Beating the villain of the NBA, which was the Heat.
Exactly.
Like LeBron's meltdown, you'd be seeing it from the other point of view. Apparently, like there was some shit talking there too. That's a very, very, a very good choice. I like that pick. It was one of the ones I had on my list. So interesting that you would go with that.
Yeah, I'm looking through like the rest of their roster right now. Tyson Chandler was another one who was going crazy for them. That Tyson Chandler and Dirk combo was disgusting.
They were a really great team, man. Okay, I'm gonna go for my first pick. This is my first pick here. George is gonna like this one. My first pick is gonna be for MVP season, and I'm gonna go with Derrick Rose.
I had the same one.
Okay, yeah. There's obviously there's great options. Any MVP is interesting, but the youngest MVP in NBA history at 22 years old, which is
Yeah,
crazy. The
insane.
revitalization of the Bulls
Of
franchise,
the whole franchise.
of the whole franchise, because they'd sucked since Jordan, and they finished 62-20 with him this
Hmm.
season. He's averaging 25 a game and 7.7 assists. And I know for younger fans that might not sound insane, but this was a different league. People didn't score that much, let alone remember he's 22
A,
years old,
a point guard,
a point guard, and
which at that
all
time
of
a point
this
guard wasn't scoring 20 a game.
And all of this was on pure explosiveness. He
Dude,
was the fastest player we've maybe ever seen.
not even that, dude, but the ankle breakers that he would hit were insane.
His splitting the double, you give him an inch of space and he's just right through the middle of it. You give
Like,
him any room to drive. You bite right a little bit, he's gone. He's just
he was the
gone.
original Ja Morant.
Yeah,
Where he would just dunk on your head.
it was, man. He was born and raised in Chicago.
And he had the moments. Like, he had the moments that made it like a crazy year. He had like the lobs that he would catch over people where like the I want to go higher sound was like,
yeah. And mind you, he was 6'3". Just
bro, what? Like, no, he had the buzzer beaters. He had the MVP moments in that year.
All of it. Which, and again, I do somewhat think that LeBron should have been the MVP that season, but that's not the point. Derrick Rose won it, and for a 22-year-old to do what he was doing was insane.
No.
So yeah, just to catch that arc of him being drafted number 1 to the Bulls, his hometown team,
Bro,
like all those explosive.
Being the leader of a team at 22 years old that has Taj Gibson, Joakim Noah, Luol Deng, and what's this guy? I'm blanking on the name now. Their other big.
Man, it's been a long
Carlos
time.
Boozer.
Yes, fucking.
I'm like, dude, you're 22 and you're telling like a team of vets, like they're looking at you to be the leader of that team.
They all believed in him. They all believed in him.
That team was disgusting. Like it wasn't even disgusting. Like, because as soon as he got injured, that team fell apart.
Yeah,
like
sadly, unfortunately.
If we're talking about valuable, like he was the most valuable.
So that's my pick for MVP, and it would have been yours too. So I'm glad.
It's mine too. I mean, if you weren't watching basketball at that time, you wouldn't. It's like one of those things you
need to go back and watch a Derrick Rose highlight reel just to get yourself hype if you haven't seen some of this.
Dude, those Christmas games, the games that he would match up against the
Bulls Christmas games, fuck that.
I was like, bro, like I did not want to play them, bro, because I was like, this guy's
no one wanted
crazy.
to play him. No one wanted to play him. Derrick Rose was a problem. That's 100%.
100%.
Who's your second pick? Where are we going? What category?
I'm gonna do star on a shitty team.
Okay, I like this. Where we're going.
And I'm picking Allen Iverson on the Sixers.
Nice. Okay, what year? So we can be specific if you have one.
Let me see, like early 2000s, like
yeah. It's
Let me see. What it was like the 2000 the year they made it to the finals.
Well, that's not a shitty year. A shitty team.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Let me see. There was a year that they were just like, I'm talking about like bad.
Yeah, I know. I just want to put a year on it just to stamp it. I mean, they've been bad a lot in their history. Let's get this. We'll get this real quick. Okay. I mean, a lot of the early years were pretty bad.
Yeah.
His rookie year, they were absolutely terrible. His sophomore year, they were terrible. His third year, they were terrible. 2003-04, that's probably a good year for him because he was already kind of cemented as a star and they were still not very good.
Right.
That's a 33-49 team for the record, 2003-04.
I also have an honorable mention for this one.
Yeah. I mean, shit, there's so
And
many years here that the Philadelphia Sixers were bad with Allen
no,
Iverson. That's crazy to me.
and he was cooking the league. Like he was one of
Yeah.
the faces of the league.
Yeah, and he was just on
It's
constantly.
just
Like, they were never better than like a 41 team,
no
41 win
76ers just
team.
horrible front
Oh,
office.
they had 2 seasons. They had 4 good seasons really early on in his career. That's about it.
But
Yeah.
my honorable mention on this one is Dwight Howard and the Magic.
That's also a very good option.
Because
Those are,
there was a year they made it to the finals.
I know,
Which is crazy.
just
Like,
off of Superman and the coaching.
Off of Jameer Nelson throwing that shit up to Dwight Howard.
Because he was Dwight Howard. And Dwight Howard's a character. Both of those are great because they're characters in their own way. Like,
exactly.
To get more unfiltered access to Allen Iverson is
also through Dwight Howard, we would have seen more Van Gundy, which
that's
I think
true. And young Van Gundy. Yeah, Dwight Howard would be more comical, obviously, because he's Dwight Howard. Right. But no one in the NBA has ever been cooler than Allen Iverson.
No,
there's
changed
just
the game, bro. People who dress now like they're like, oh no, Allen Iverson was him. People who were in the league at the same time as Allen Iverson were like, no, Allen Iverson was him.
If Allen Iverson ever told me like I'm dope, that would be like, I'll put that at the top of my resume, my LinkedIn.
But like Allen Iverson once said I was dope.
That was it. That's it. Like,
on the gravestone.
Stamped. That's good. That's good. You know what? I'll match you. With my second pick, I'll go to star on a shitty team. I also have an option and a second here. My first one was Blake Griffin on the 2018-2019 Pistons. So right after the Clippers extend him and gave him a almost jersey retirement mid-season, where they're saying how they literally will never trade him.
Right.
And then a couple months later, they trade him.
Right.
So that next season, he was on the Pistons. And I don't know if people remember this. Blake Griffin was balling the fuck out on the Pistons.
Bro, he was shooting threes.
He was shooting a lot of threes. Remember, there was rumors that when he went to Boston, people thought that was a potential, like, this is a game changer.
Yeah.
He was awesome on that team. And I would love to watch it just because, one, Blake Griffin's hilarious. And two, because that's like probably the most disrespectful a franchise has ever been to one of their stars. That's because they did way more than they had to in terms of paying respect to him that early on.
Right.
And then immediately we're like, never mind. That's like buying your girl a promise ring and then cheating on her. You know what I mean? Like,
bro,
they're like,
I'm telling you, like, look, like it's me and you forever.
Me and you forever. And then, like, while you're saying that, like, with your left hand, you're texting the other girl, like, I'll see you tonight. Like, just
like, and then right after you drop her off, you call your boy and be like, yeah, no, I'm done with this bitch.
Yeah, like right out, like, yo, could you believe she made me fucking chill for another hour? Like,
yeah,
you want to hit the strip?
Yeah, type.
Just that's what they did to Blake Griffin, and that's messed up because he still was amazingly talented. So that was my first option.
That was a good year from him. I remember I was like, oh, this could be the turning point in his career because it's like his athleticism is like starting to decay. But I'm like, if he expands his game, he could be nice.
Yeah, but then he got some injuries, and they kind of just let him rot there for a little too long, sadly.
Yeah.
But my other option was 2015, 2016 Boogie. Because Boogie Cousins was one of the most controversial, but also like dominant players. He was averaging like 27 and 11.
Yeah.
His coach hated him. The front office, I mean, it's still a circus. The Sacramento Kings are still hanging.
They'll never figure it out. But yeah.
I think he tweeted snake emojis at management at one point. He was getting into fights. It was just, he was very emotional all the time. He'd have big games where he'd put up like 50 points. He had 56 points versus Charlotte. And then 48 the next night versus Indiana in one random 2 game. And they lost both those games. He was awesome. So to see Boogie, to see more about him, because he really didn't give a shit. He cursed at people. He got suspended for cursing at the coaches.
That run where he was with Ant Davis on Pelicans, that was a crazy run because that 1-2 punch. Scary. That 1-2 punch was like,
I liked those teams.
Who's gonna take him? Nobody. Like,
yeah, I really liked it when Boogie went to the Pelicans. I mean, remember people.
No,
People
go
were
ahead.
still thinking that when Boogie got traded to the Golden State Warriors, that was going to be like game changing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he was injury riddled at that point, but like Boogie was really good, man. He
Yeah.
was really, really good.
Yeah. No, I mean,
With
I,
Rondo on the Pelicans, playoff
I think
Rondo,
that I think that was like the difference maker. It's like Rondo's gonna put you in a position to succeed.
yeah. Rondo
Yeah.
with two bigs to pass the ball to is like let him cook,
Yes.
let him cook. So those are my options for
Two
starting a
skilled
shitty
bigs
team
to say also. It's like two bigs that can shoot from three and also like
and bully you
be
and
aggressive
bully
down
you.
low. Yeah.
Boogie was a bully.
He was
Boogie was a bully.
100%.
Yeah, that was a
Bro,
he.
the cat meme.
The cat meme will live forever. Will live forever. Such a great meme. Cat wasn't moving him anywhere.
No.
No, Boogie
No.
wasn't playing that. All right, what's your next pick?
Let me see. I'll do Heat related, right?
All right, we'll go to Heat related.
And this one, just because it has a happy ending, the 2013 title
Nice,
year.
nice. Yeah,
But my heart almost wanted to say the bubble year.
that's on my list. That's on my list.
My heart almost wanted to say that because we really got there with like, brother, with the power of friendship, like, and Jimmy Butler carrying us.
That's honestly I'm just gonna go ahead and say it because there's two other options on my list for me, but that's one of the ones I had, and that'll be my pick. Because my other option, that was my first option, was our first championship with LeBron, the 2012 year. That was my first one on the list. But that Heat bubble run, we'll get into it. But why'd you pick 2013 specifically for your Heat?
Well, yeah, I mean we had a happy ending.
We had a happy ending, obviously. Yeah.
Right. At that point, no one could tell us anything, and we were at. I remember in 2013 feeling like we're gonna win again. When LeBron was in the Heat, there wasn't a year where I was like, we're not gonna win the championship. Like that was not a thought.
We really all felt that way. Yeah, the whole league felt that way.
Where I was like, we're gonna win again.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are you saying the 2012-2013 season, like the 2013 playoffs?
Heat repeat.
Oh, the Heat repeat season. So against the Spurs.
Yes. Also,
okay, that's the season. Yeah.
Reliving that Mike Miller no shoe no problem game.
No shoe.
Ray Allen from the corner. It's just, as a fan, it doesn't get better. Like,
no,
as a Heat,
it doesn't.
Like being like, oh, we're out of this. Like they're bringing in the confetti for the other team. Oh wait, no, it's us. We're gonna come back in this game right now, and we're actually gonna win. Fans are leaving the arena. They're getting locked out. They can't come back in.
That probably is the most as a Heat fan. That's probably the most exciting one because with the two in a row. But part of the reason I had 2012 as my number one, which I'm still not going to pick as my number one, I'm going to go with the Jimmy Butler season. But the 2012 one, as a LeBron fan and an NBA fan, you get Game 6 Celtics LeBron. You get that year, and they've talked about it. Everything is on the line for everyone. For LeBron, for Wade, for Bosh, for Coach Spo, for Pat Riley.
Yeah.
We put together this team, this regular season monster, this enemy of the state that everybody hates. Like, nobody likes us. We lose our first year together, which is, all things considered, like, the fact that people immediately thought we'd just win a championship, putting this huge team together, like, takes time.
Also, looking back, wasn't that much of a huge team. It was 3 stars and like a pack of Skittles.
Yeah, like, we weren't ready. We didn't have a roster built. So, but the pressure was still on, though. Like, the LeBron legacy talks were at the all-time height. Like, so to get that season and to get a behind-the-scenes access to, like, a younger LeBron, all the pressure is on you. Like, but then again, like, with LeBron and the Heat, the pressure was on the next season too. Because everyone's like, oh, you guys did it once. You beat this young OKC team. Can you do it again?
Yeah, and then you won the next year. It's like, oh, you beat an old Spurs team. It's like, okay, like,
it was always like,
you're forgetting that Spurs team was coached by maybe one of the best ever.
That 2013 season, didn't the Heat have like a crazy record too?
Yeah, that's the year we had the crazy
win streak. We went 66-16 that year.
Yeah,
that was a good year.
That era of the Heatles, it really was the Heatles. It was
That roster that year was pretty decent.
dude,
Just because of Ray Allen, Norris Cole was all right. Shane Battier obviously was still in the roster. Mario Chalmers was good.
He was just he was pushing the ball up. Like that's what we.
But having Ray Allen and Shane Battier really was like,
no, it changes it for us. And
having
Birdman, who doesn't give a fuck about scoring, would just do the scrappy work.
Having backup bigs that we just would throw out there, like
Brother,
between UD, Chris Anderson, Birdman, like Dexter Pittman, like
you know how many times
Dexter Pittman.
I know. You know how many times I was tired of seeing Joel Anthony there.
Yeah,
Joel Anthony was not good.
No, but we needed just a couple minutes. Just get out there.
Bro, and I remember every time he would come on, like, bro, my uncle, who had just come from Cuba, was like, why is this guy on the floor?
No. I and watching sometimes, like, as much as I was just upping Mario Chalmers and Norris Cole, there were some plays where it's like, why do these guys, what are they doing? Stop.
No.
You're doing too much.
It was bad.
Bro, LeBron's over there. Just give him the ball.
It's also funny because Norris Cole's first game was against Boston. He scored 30. I was like, oh, we have a guy.
No, we did not have a guy. In fact, did not have a guy.
No.
Wow.
That team had it had characters.
Yeah.
Like,
it did. It was, I mean, also, man, you know why I'm actually jealous you picked that. I should have picked it because that was one of the years that we won on my birthday. So that would have been a good choice.
I remember, so I have the same, this is like a fun fact. I have the same birthday as Udonis Haslem.
Nice.
So every time that we would play, like, on my birthday, I remember one time we played Boston on my birthday, and I was like, we better win. And I know Haslem is telling them over there, like, it's my fucking birthday. We better win.
It's your birthday. You better win, dude.
Exactly.
That's so I went with the bubble season because this is partially, I know this is like not a big deal, but this is partially one of the reasons I actually picked this. People forget, but that was the Dion Waiters gummy incident season. And to get behind the scenes access to Dion Waiters gummy incident, to me, is probably more worth it than anything else.
Yeah.
Just because how many gummies did he take? What did he look like? Were there phone calls that we had him on the phone? Like, do we have high recordings of Dion Waiters calling from, like, the plane? Like, yo, I'm fucked up right now. I can't make it. Like I need all the content. Like, that could have been a whole episode. But
bro,
aside from that, the bubble is like,
yeah.
The bubble, to get more access to that would have been super cool. And then, man, what a fun season to be a Heat fan. That run was the Bam block against the Celtics, Goran Dragic balling out for us on his last legs, unfortunately getting injured.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler looking like the best player in the league.
And the world being like, holy shit. Like, yeah, this guy's carrying this Heat team.
Straight up, just like, I'm going to play 48 minutes in the finals. And I'm going to go off.
After them picking Tobias Harris over him.
That was like, look, I know I was just talking shit about Jimmy Butler in the last segment. I'm not talking shit about him. I just don't, it's again, like your ex who you don't wish well. But
in this moment, he was our girl.
He was our girl, man. I loved him. I was in love, dog. That season was.
No, and you had a cocky young Tyler who was like,
who was hitting, man of the year, Tyler,
who was hitting it in the moments.
In the biggest moments, dude. That was just it was a really fun roster. One of the most iconic pictures of Jimmy Butler, like, laying over the scorer's table, just fully gone. We had some dogs on that team too. We had Jay Crowder. We had you still had UD on the team. Andre Iguodala, by the way. We had James Johnson.
Tucker, no? Did we have Tucker at that point, or that was after?
No, we didn't have Tucker yet. No, that was the next year.
I remember when we
we had Myers Leonard.
Yeah, I remember.
Gabe Vincent. We still had Justice Winslow on this roster. That's crazy. Fucking Kendrick Nunn.
I feel like the Winslow gets, like, lost in there. Like,
yeah, like, wow.
I'm like,
Kendrick Nunn,
like,
Baby Goat. We had Solomon Hill was giving us decent minutes.
Dude, I remember when we let go of, or when we let Jay Crowder walk, I was like, damn. Like, because he was guarding.
He was really
like
good.
he was guarding his ass off.
Jay Crowder balled out for us. He might have had his best playoff series with us. Like,
I don't know what it is, but I'm like, I feel like when the Heat get these guys, bro, they have their best moments in a Heat jersey. Like,
yeah,
I don't know what it is about it, but I'm
that
like,
was the best Jay Crowder I've played in a long time. That was, man, and that whole run was just, and also what would be extra cool. Remember, like the Heat were getting made fun of because like the Heat players didn't really hang out with any other teams. They just
right.
did their own thing.
I would have loved to see when Jimmy Butler started Big Face Coffee.
That's true too. The origin of Big Face Coffee happens here.
Also, they're staying at Disney's Coronado Resort.
Wonderful resort.
Wonderful resort. I would have loved to see. You know what? Now I have no doubts that Jimmy Butler tried the Café Bombón.
He definitely did.
And then he was like, I'm going to make my own coffee.
I think this is what happened. I think that's 100%.
Exactly what happened.
He's like, yo, this is crazy.
He tried a Café Bombón for the first time and he said, I want to make my own coffee company.
They make coffee like this?
Oh. Hear me out.
Hear me out. We're going to get... He probably hired the guy who made it.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, we get out of here. You come with me.
It's also funny to see, like, thinking back to that time, I have this, like, inside joke with Mandy when we passed by Coronado that, like, can you believe that they stocked this with fish for the NBA players?
So they could...
Because everyone was catching fish.
They were all going fishing all day.
And they were all catching. I'm like, bro, these people, there's no way they're catching this many fish.
Not
like,
that many.
No,
they definitely freshly stocked it up.
I was like, they're stocking this heavy with hella fish
every day. Just buckets of fish into the
Walt
into the
Disney
lake.
is just dumping fish into the lake because
a great season.
But yeah,
okay. I have two I have two left. Which ones do you have left? I have star on a championship team and a redemption season. What are your left?
I think I just have redemption.
Oh, you're right, because you're a pick ahead. So I need a.
Yeah, and our former MVP was the same.
Oh wait, you didn't do. Oh, so you're keeping D Rose as your MVP, or do you have a second option there? I'll let you think on that for a moment. I'll jump. I'll jump, and I'll say my star on a championship team. I had two choices, and they're both very similar, but one of them knocks out kind of 2 and 1. I'm gonna go with Tim Duncan. Again, it's funny that we both pick players who beat the Heat. I want Tim Duncan because, first of all, Tim Duncan, I would love more unfiltered access into who he is as a human being. People don't know this, or not that many people know this, he plays StarCraft, or used to play StarCraft, which, if you know anything about video games, it's in the top 5, top 10 nerdiest games you could play. So just the fact that he played that game, I think is awesome. He doesn't like cameras, so just to be able to have him in front of cameras would be awesome. Kawhi Leonard is on this team, who is also cut from the same cloth. I mean, we have, Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili. We have Pop. Just a roster filled, but just to get more Tim Duncan to me would be really, really exciting. My second choice, which is why this one killed two birds with one stone, was Kawhi with the Raptors when they won that year, just to get more Kawhi, to see how funny of a guy he really is, Just
yeah.
He says he's a funny guy. I want to see it. So that was my pick, Tim Duncan on the Spurs. What's do you have you have an MVP loading?
Yeah, so I'm looking at the list right now, and I'm gonna go. For me, it's between two. I think I'm gonna go Giannis 2020.
That's good.
Because that was a crucial year of like getting the respect. Started to see, and you started to see like, okay, Giannis he's coming to his own, and this Bucks team is for real. Because I didn't take the Bucks serious as a franchise until like probably that year of Giannis. Because even when the Heat would go against them, like, they had Brandon Jennings, they had like these like Larry Sanders. Like, so I'm sorry, but I'm not scared of Larry Sanders.
Yeah, it's like I'm all right. Like we're fine.
Yeah, they had like, Brandon Jennings, Monte Ellis. Like, okay, cool, but they never really like put fear into you as a franchise until Giannis, and like Giannis was like, you could see he wasn't the same skinny like kid that got drafted. He was like his freaking swole, pretty much center running like a gazelle.
Yeah, and they were winning a lot of games.
Aggressive too.
Yeah. They finished first. They didn't win the championship that year. They lost in. That was the
That
year they lost to us,
yeah, and
which I
you
think
know
Giannis
what?
got injured in that series. Yeah, I
Yeah,
believe he did.
yeah, he did.
I
And
still
you
think
know
we would have
what?
beat them, but
That would have been a good honorable mention for star on a shitty team is when they won the championship with Giannis
I
because
mean,
he carried them
he was definitely doing some carrying. He was definitely. I
a
mean,
lot.
Chris Middleton would have his games. Chris Middleton would have his games, but
No,
he
definitely. And yeah, I don't know if you've heard the story of Jeff Teague when they won the championship. But Jeff Teague finally wins his championship, and he's talking about like, yeah, he's like, let's go to the club, let's go all the, let's do all this. And Giannis is like, I just want to go home. And he's like, man, he goes, the worst part about that is like Giannis is our leader. Like, so it's like when he goes home, like everyone kind of is like, all right, I'm gonna go home too.
it's a damn. That's whack.
So so Jeff Teague's like, he's like, my one moment that I won the championship got stolen from me because of,
Yeah, that's I mean, that's Giannis for you though. That's
but that
he's a wholesome
yeah.
guy.
And then my uh honorable
Your
mention
redemption season. Oh,
is
honorable choice. Okay.
Steve Nash when he won MVP because I want to know more about Steve Nash during those years.
The fact that he's going to be on TV now with part of this new broadcast deal is going to be, dude. Look,
And he knows ball.
NBA fans, we're in for a treat this season. Like, have you seen recently the thing Tim Legler is doing with
No.
he's bringing on players and coaches to dissect plays. He just had Spo on. It's like a 3-minute segment, and they're running through a play. He did it with JJ Redick. He did it with before JJ, I forgot what player he had on, but he's already had a few. But they're going to be doing that all season. Just having players on, and that's ESPN stepping their game up. We have Michael Jordan, who's going to be on broadcast now. We have Blake Griffin, who's going to be on broadcast now. Steve Nash. Dirk Nowitzki's going to be on broadcast.
Yeah.
Like,
and we have he representation in the media now.
UD. It's gonna be a great season for that. So that's a good one. Okay, we both have redemption season left. Which one? Who are you gonna go with for a redemption season?
I feel like me and you have this weird thing for pain because I'm picking the Spurs 2014.
That's funny. It's funny you say that because I had 2011 Dirk as one of my options for beating the Heat, and you have Spurs as the redemption season for them beating the Heat. Yeah, they're good seasons.
That was another team that was like, the Spurs always had my respect because they were well coached, and even though they had stars, it was almost like their stars would kind of blend into the game so much to where like they weren't really playing like stars, but at the end of the day, you see the stat sheet and you're like, this guy had 25 points.
There's a reason they called it the beautiful game with the Spurs, man. There's a reason they call it that.
Manu Ginobili was the unsung hero. Like
Danny Green, Patty Mills, Tony Parker.
No, they were deep.
Tim Duncan, Boris
they were a deep team who
Marco
played
Bellinelli.
together.
Like they played really, really well, man. That was
bro, coached by one of the GOATs. Like,
I mean, yeah, like arguably the GOAT. Yeah, it's just and they went 62-20 in the West that year, by the way. 62-20.
As an old team, bro. Like, think about that. Like, they were like vets, and not just like, oh yeah, like a vet, like in their like 29, like 30. No, they were like on their last.
And they ran through the Mavericks, the Blazers, the Thunder, and then the Heat, and they 4-1'd us. They
they destroyed us. It wasn't close.
That's a
gentleman
good pick.
sweep.
My pick is Kobe 08-09 for redemption season.
Oh yeah.
It's just people thought he couldn't win without Shaq, which was a very, very common sentiment at the time because Shaq was obviously super dominant. Yeah. But he wins several times again without Shaq. That's actually what happens. He just had a few of those really bad down years. There was like 3 down years in a row of just shitty Lakers teams with Kobe just being a ball hog, Kobe being an asshole. He was just, I mean, he's Kobe too. So just to get access to more Kobe, Black Mamba, them trading for Gasol, like, would be pretty exciting. Be pretty exciting stuff to watch.
The guru Phil Jackson manage that.
Yeah, still seeing Phil Jackson in there. So yeah, that was my pick for that. we'll end this segment here and we'll move on to our next segment, which, guys, this is a unique take on something that I don't think anyone's done before. I know you all have heard of the face of the league and who's the face of the league, right? But what people don't talk about is who's the rest of the goddamn body. And we'll get to that in just 1 second. And we're back. We're going to get right into talking right now about not just the face of the league, because it's overdone. We're going to talk about the whole body of the league. Who encompasses this human body that is the NBA, this living, breathing organism. And we're going to start from the bottom up so we can end with the face. Who are the feet of the league? And when I think about the feet, and let me know if you're aligned with me on this one, Alain. I think about someone with very smooth footwork, someone who maybe is shifty, someone who can pass, someone who can, get through passing lanes, a cutter, just someone who's really brought to life by their feet. And who comes to mind for you when you're thinking about who's the feet of the league?
For me, it's for sure SGA.
Yeah, I think we're both consensus on that one, right?
That's because his moves start from the feet. Like
it's
he does a lot of, like, we talked about the start stop. That's one part of it, but it's like the hesitation, like the moving like laterally, like
he keeps you off rhythm. Yeah, there's a lot of sideways dribbling. He does that more than anybody, where he'll cut in, break it through the 3-point line, and then like kind of cut across, just moving sideways. And you don't know where he's going. He snake slithers around. I think that's an easy option to me. I think someone who I have written down here as a close second, who also displays footwork in a different way, is Jalen Brunson. I think he has a similar type of game in that sense,
totally.
but I think SGA is more slippery.
Yeah,
has crazier legs.
And Brunson, as an undersized guard, has to rely on that a lot more. So it's like.
But Brunson does a lot of like putting his body into people too, because he's like a thicker build than SGA.
Right.
So I think it's a bit different. If Embiid was healthy, I think Embiid's also always a good option for footwork when it comes to like post moves and stuff. But right now, if you're looking at who are the feet of the league, I think SGA is the feet of the league. That's who he is.
Yeah.
Now, this next one, this is an interesting one because it's the heel. We're moving up, right? And the heel, we're going to take this to mean the villain of the NBA. And I think last season, it was easy to think that maybe Tyrese could be the heel of the NBA, taking down New York, taking down all these teams, taking the OKC Thunder to 7. Some people might even say SGA was the heel of the league last season. But going into this next season, who do we think has the chance to be really the heel, the villain of the season? It's a tough one for me. I really wasn't sure here. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking for me, I'll say this one because the other person I'm thinking about is in this list multiple times.
Okay.
So I'll say Dylan Brooks, just because he leans into it. He does
lean into it. I think he's a good option for that, just because of the type of person he is.
He reminds me of a Draymond, Draymond when he was younger, 2016 Draymond, where he'd just bug you. He'd bug the shit out of you. And that's kind of like why I'm thinking Dylan Brooks, at least.
I like him as the pick for it, and I think I'm happy with it because I don't think anyone else embodies it in the way that he does. What would be interesting for me is because the Pistons are a pretty aggressive team. They like to fight. If Cade embodied that more, I feel like he'd be one of those perfect heels. And maybe if he has the right kind of playoff run, he can be. But I don't think that he's that kind of person. So it's not. He would really have to do some fuck you stuff in the playoffs, I think, for him to be able to take this. So I think that he has the potential to be the heel of the NBA this season. But I think, all things considered, if no one really takes that crown, I think Dylan Brooks is just the go-to heel. Anthony Edwards is a shit talker, but I don't think he's enough to be a heel because everybody loves him.
Yeah.
Paolo is also on a similar type of team where like they're very aggressive, but Paolo seems like, I don't even know much about Paolo's personality, so I couldn't make a guess to say that he could become the heel of the league. So that's I think Dylan Brooks is a good option.
Yeah, for sure.
Moving up to the legs of the league now. So this is the fastest, most explosive players whose legs are the most impactful when it comes to this upcoming season. I mean, I have on here. I have a name who comes up again later that it's not worth probably including. I think it's a pretty obvious choice for me. We'll see if you defer on it. John Morant, I think, is
I
the
don't defer.
legs.
I wish I can take the legs without taking the knees.
Because Zion or Jaw's knees too, I guess. Yeah, like can we sculpt those out?
I wish I could just have kneeless legs because
yeah, there's some concern, but I mean
that's
Zion's a good option for
that's part of having the legs.
Zion's a good options for legs too, but for him it's the whole body that really is what makes him who he is. Jaw's the legs. Jaw's
right.
dunking over your head, just flying through the sky. If he can stay healthy, man, that's just he is still without a doubt one of the most fun players to watch in the NBA.
I mean, just explosiveness. It's like when he's playing at his level, there's nobody who's doing that.
No, he is very, very exciting to watch play basketball. Yeah. So I think we're both in alignment there with legs. Now, moving a little bit more up, we're going to the back. Who is the back of the league? And this is someone who has to carry their roster. The back supports the whole body, the spine, you know? Mm-hmm. So I think there's two very good options for this one that I have written down. Two obvious ones, yeah. Two obvious ones. I think Giannis is going to have to do a lot of carrying. But part of the reason why I think this one's controversial for him is that I think he might ask out this year. So like if you ask to leave your team, you kind of threw the book bag on the floor. You know what I mean? Yeah, like you're not carrying it anymore. You're like, I'm not going to class.
Yeah, right.
Devin Booker though, I don't think he's going anywhere this season. And man, I think we're gonna see like 80-point game Devin Booker again. Like you know, just he's gonna have to.
They have no choice.
There's nothing there. Dylan Brooks is a fun player. Jalen Green's a fun player. But Dylan Brooks gonna need to score like 50 a night.
You know what?
I mean, Dylan Brooks. I'm sorry, Devin Booker.
Yeah, I feel like the Suns front office is like, how can we get the most players that play the exact same way together?
Like,
how can we get the most similar players in the same roster?
Besides the fact that Devin Booker's carrying a salary that's not even on that roster. They bought out Bradley Beal's salary. So he's just carrying emptiness.
That's what I'm saying. Is like when they brought in Bradley Beal, it's like, well, okay, but he kind of has a similar role
he's just like the older version of Devin Booker.
Okay, and then they brought in Jalen Green. It's like, well, this is just the younger version of Devin Booker.
Yeah, like, do you guys know that there's other players?
You guys have one that's like right in the middle. If you guys like,
yeah, if you could figure something out there. So I think either one is a good option. If Giannis doesn't ask out, I mean, he's going to be putting on the carry job of a lifetime.
Yeah,
but
you know who I'd say just to have a different name is Pascal.
Wow. Because that is also a good pick. That's also
Pascal's gonna have to be the back because without Halliburton and no Mouse Turner.
Yeah, like they're really talking about like, oh, Nembhard's gonna take the reins of the office. Like you already know that the fourth quarter is gonna be all Pascal doing spin moves, putting people to the fucking washing machine.
Now that I think about it, I should have put him as the feet.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, Pascal's got footwork. Pascal's
footwork is kind of crazy.
That spin cycle he puts people in is fun. No. Pascal is a really good option. I think that's a good top three.
Yeah.
Who do we want as number one? Are we going with Giannis number one or Booker at number one for the back of the league for this season, going into this season?
I'd say Booker just because they have no other option.
There's nothing. Yeah, Miles. Yeah, because at least Giannis is Miles Turner.
Yeah.
Book's Book.
And at least Pascal has like role players who can play within a system.
Yeah, like a team that they were all together, like they all love each other.
They just made the finals. Like they can maybe figure something out.
Yeah, like win by.
It won't be great, but they'll figure something out.
Yeah,
and they were more of like a system. They were more of a system team where it's like they play with
Rick
pace.
Carlisle's doing some of the lifting on that team.
Right. So the Suns have none of that.
No, they've got Devin Booker. And they're paying him $72 million a year, by the way.
Yeah.
But. Okay, that's good. Now, moving up more, so the hands. And I originally wanted to make this silly and just think about who would throw the most hands this season, but I don't want to bring light to that. So
right.
We're talking about what the hands should be used for in the game of basketball, and that's for shooting, that's for handles. So in that mixture, um, to me, I think it's very obvious between two people to me, but you
Hmm.
could surprise me here. I think it's Steph Curry,
Okay.
but he might not be healthy enough for this to really be his season to be the hands of the league again. He's been
Okay.
the hands of the league for many years, but based on how much he shot the ball last season,
And how much he's
he
saying he's gonna be shooting it this year.
yeah. So I think Ant might be a very good, and he's going to be healthy. Obviously, like
Hmm.
not obviously, anything can happen to anybody,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
without something tragic happening, Ant should be a very healthy, playing a lot, and he's going to shoot the hell out of the ball.
yeah. I'll surprise you with this one because
Okay,
I will say Ant becoming a better shooter has gotten his
Ch-
game a lot better. It's changed
changed
like
everything. Yeah,
it's he was a franchise player before. He's untradeable now. Like you
yeah.
can't.
He's a 3-level scorer who plays D, who's got that
Yeah,
dog in him. Like
literally.
you're good.
Um, but obviously with assuming health, I'd say Kyrie.
Kyrie is, but he's not going to be. He's going to miss half the season, so you gotta disqualify him just off that. Like
My reasoning for this was like if we know Kyrie's handles are crazy.
no, they're some of the best.
Some of the best handles. His midi and shot is crazy. His hands give out hella dimes,
That's true too.
especially to Cooper Flag and Anthony Davis.
Man, and no, if he was healthy, that team would be very scary. Would be
Like
very scary. I like the
those
pick.
hands are crazy.
I like the pick, but I think it's like almost like the All NBA rule. Like he's not gonna meet the
Mm,
game threshold. I think that almost next season, assuming that this team stays constructed the
yeah,
same way it is. I mean, Kyrie is a contender for this award every year, just as Steph Curry is, just because of who he is. And I know before anybody gets to this, while we did include dimes as like a subsection of it, we'll get to the dimers of the league in
mhm,
a different part of this. But because it's more than just your hands that allow you to create good dimes. Um, I'm still leaning Ant here, but that
yeah.
did make me think that maybe there's like if there's some shifty point guards we're not thinking of enough who have really good handles. But I feel like Kyrie really is just like a cut above everyone else when it
I
comes
mean,
to like
it's a different level. Like
there's no one else like when I think about them like oh that guy's handles are fucking nuts like
it's just he
it's
gets to whatever spot he wants to.
yeah
You
he's
can't do anything about it.
he's a magician
He
he's a
really is.
magician.
He has the ball on a string.
Yeah, I do love that about him. But we'll go with Ant.
Hmm.
Just
Yeah, yeah.
an
We'll do
honorable
that.
mention to Kyrie. Just he's on injury reserve for this
Right, right, right,
for this
right.
award. All right, moving up. Now this one's a little bit more ephemeral. This is the arms of the league. This is a guy who, through his arms, holds things together for embracing things. The glue guy, the defensive guy who's spreading those arms wide, taking up coverage, the connector of a team, almost like
Hmm.
the heart. Um, who do you have on this list? I'm curious.
This
Who
one
do you
will
think is a
surprise you.
okay?
But every time I see him in the game, I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like, I don't want to play this guy, and he, to me, is almost the most important player in his team. And he's not even like top three in his team.
Okay, who is it? I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued.
Hear me out. Derek White.
Wow.
Derek White
Holding it
is
down, the glue guy of the Celtics.
glue guy of the Celtics. Plays solid ass defense, 2-way, hits crazy shots when you need it.
And he's gonna need to hold it down this year. They're gonna go through some trials and tribulations.
And wherever they need him, he's there.
You know what? I did not have him on the list, and I love it. I think we're gonna go with that. I'm gonna just quickly go over who I did have written down, but that's especially this season too. Like I
Hmm.
think that's just right. Like he is the glue guy connector. No one has any bad things to say about Derek. Like literally, no one has a
No.
bad thing to say about Derek White. I had Bam, but I do think that he's more so coming into this role. It's a new team. He doesn't have that like bond with all these players just yet. I had Josh Hart with the Knicks as an option, but I think that the Knicks already are almost like a brotherhood that doesn't need to be held together. They're
Yeah.
they holding each other, you know. And
Hmm.
then I also had Aaron Gordon just because he's like Mr. Nugget. But at the end of the day, like they've got Jokic,
Yeah.
so that's really what's holding it all together. If Jokic goes down, the team's done. I like Derek White as
Hmm.
the arms as for holding the
Yeah.
Celtics in a soft Derek White embrace.
For sure.
I really like that. Um, for shoulders, it's funny that you mentioned that because I also had a Celtic on this one. Uh, someone with a lot of pressure on them. So this is different than the back. The back has to carry the body, right? But the shoulders carry the pressure of whatever is
Right.
on them.
The
So
load.
more so in the sense of not just weight, but the weight that's like from the outside world being put on them. So who has the most pressure, the most weight on their shoulders this year? Who are the shoulders of the NBA? For me, I think a top option here, I think there's a couple. I mean, there's a lot of great options. I think a couple that came to mind for me was Jaylen Brown with the Celtics because
Big
not,
shoulders.
and he has great shoulders, but no one's
He-
necessarily expecting the Celtics to win that much. But they're still
right.
expecting Brown to ball. It's like,
Right.
okay,
Right.
how can you look when the other guy's down? Are you really? Because there's sometimes been arguments, even though I don't agree with them, that Brown is the better player or can be the better player. Let's see it then. So I think there's some pressure there, but again, I guess the expectations are off for the season.
Right.
Luka, just because there's some pressure, like with the skinny Luka, with the Lakers, but also I think like people know the roster is still getting made. And then what I think is my favorite from these three, but you might have a different option here, is Jalen Brunson. Just because I think as a Knicks fan, if you're a Knicks fan, I think you're pretty much thinking it's finals or bust.
Yeah. I mean, I think you can't keep going to the
Eastern
the
Conference
conference
Finals.
finals and then not getting past that hump without like being like, okay, now we have to do something drastic.
Yeah.
And they already did with firing their coach, which was crazy.
That's the first drastic step every team takes. They're like, we didn't get what we wanted, fire the coach. But they already did that.
Yeah.
The next thing they do is they start trading people. And it probably will never be Brunson, but it's still weight on your shoulders that, you know, if you don't do it this year,
Changes are coming.
your whole team might be very different.
Yeah, changes are coming.
Did you have somebody else for this, or are you similar?
So for the shoulders, I have KD.
Okay, make the case.
And
Make the case.
KD, it's like, okay, he's still trying to make the case if he can do this without, like
And the
being
legacy.
the clear cut leader of a team, which he is in the Rockets. He has a team of young talent around
Yeah.
him.
They're all looking to him, and he's the new guy.
He's the new guy, but he's also a legend. Like,
and he's gone to so many teams now.
yeah. So if he can, let's say, if he wins a championship with this Rockets team,
That changes his legacy completely.
it does, because people don't look at him with the asterisks anymore.
Wow. Do you have another option on there? Is that
It's KD for me.
That wins, because I'm gonna to go against my own argument. I think the pressure is more on the Knicks than it is on Brunson, because I
Right.
think everybody knows Brunson's a certified baller. It's not like he's come up short in any of these games.
Right.
No, I don't think anyone has ever looked at a game and like, man, if Brunson really just tried harder out there, like,
No, if anything,
no.
he carried them. They just didn't have enough from their other supporting.
Exactly. So I think it's more on the organization, on the coaching, on the team. But you're right. Even though it might be unfair, even though he might not acknowledge that he cares about it.
He doesn't care who drives the bus, but the people who are judging his legacy do.
This has the potential to completely change how he's looked at.
Yeah.
And you know he wants to win a chip before he retires. Like, he wants to win another one. He wants to chase that. So, wow. KD is the shoulders.
KD's the shoulders.
KD is a great pick. I really like this.
Yeah.
All right. We'll move on. We'll move up. We're gonna continue getting. So we're moving out of the body and into the head structure here, right? So we're going to the mouth of the league,
Okay.
the mouthpiece. So my mind initially went to shit talkers. I guess it could be a spokesperson too. Like, we could take a softer route to this if you want to go that way, like someone who's maybe just very outspoken about league issues. But I went to shit talkers for my mind.
Yeah.
And some of the top shit talkers that come to mind for me, we already voted Dylan Brooks as the heel, so we can't go there anymore. Jimmy Butler is one of the better shit talkers.
We know firsthand.
In the league. On his teammate, Draymond Green. If anything, I might pull from his chances at this award, because you got two excellent shit talkers on your team sharing the shit talking microphone. Those are two of the picks I had on there. Or three technically. What are some options you had here?
For mouth, I went similar approach. I went Ant.
Ant is another good one,
because he's not scared of the smoke, and he'll let you know. Believe that.
Yeah, believe that.
And another name I have is a recent one who I'm like, this is a new mouth. You know, this is like
Oh, okay.
I have not heard this mouth until recently, and that's MPJ.
Wow.
And
That's a sneaky pick, and I like it.
and it's because I think Denver deserves credit for hiding this guy because
He's been on one.
it's been clip after clip this whole summer of like this
Just
guy just
nonstop.
talking mad shit.
You know what? It's done. MPJ is the mouth of the league because if we've already gotten this much from him and the season hasn't even started,
No, and he's looked at to be like the guy there.
which is crazy. That has to win. It's not even just for shit talking, which he might shit talk too, for all we know.
No, but Denver deserves credit because I'm like I've never heard this guy talk before this.
His offseason run is really what's led to this. It's crazy. Normally we judge players for these type of awards based on their in-season performance, but Denver hit it. And his offseason performance is priming him to be the mouth of the league.
Let me see. He's just had so many.
I mean, he talked about his brother's gambling addiction and also his addiction to women and
what are deal breakers for him?
Deal breakers for him with women. He mentions he plays Andrew Tate with women just to see how they react.
Let me see.
He's been on a heater. He's been on an absolute heater. I hope we get some more Twitch live streams of MPJ this season.
He's been going crazy. When I saw that this was on your list of like who's the mouth, I was like, oh, it's MPJ.
You know who's another contender for this award for several years? Kyrie Irving for similar reasons.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving which this season Kyrie Irving's a dark horse for this award, maybe, because he's not going to be playing, so he'll be streaming a lot.
He might be the mind of the NBA.
We need to keep that away from him.
Because
he in his mind, he's the mind of the NBA, that's for sure.
He might be the mind of the NBA because he's always speaking his mind.
He speaks his mind about everything, things that we don't need him to speak his mind about.
Yeah,
Dallas has helped with that, though. Dallas has
for sure
quieted him down a little bit. There's been less controversy.
I think Mark Cuban's been like, "Hey, buddy, come
on. We don't need to.
Dude, not everything needs to be on the
just talk to your homies about it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move up. We're making our way to the face. We're almost there. We are now at the eyes of the league, and this is just to the players with vision, like anyone else. When I talked about dropping dimes, this is what I'm thinking about. The ability to drop dimes isn't just to have the hands to throw the pass. It's to know where you're throwing the pass, to have eyes behind the back of your head, even to have eyes in places that none of us do. And I think the obvious two options to me here, it's Luka or it's Jokic.
Yeah,
those are the eyes. We might give them one eye each for all I know. That might be the way to do it.
Different colored eyes.
Yeah, like heterochromia, is that what it's called?
When you have heterochromia, exactly.
Because they both just see the court in a way that
it's almost like it's they can be blindfolded and have a feel for the game.
Yeah,
of
they
like
would know where you are,
where you are, or where you should be at.
DeAndre Ayton said it in just one of these preseason games. He said that after one of these preseason games that when Luka throws the ball, he'll like for a moment think the pass is for him, but then he'll realize like, oh shit, I got to duck because it's not for me. It's for like this guy all the way over there. And even that guy is probably like, wait, it's for me? Like, Luka he knows where everyone is at all times, and then he has the ability to he's throwing passes through people's arms, he's throwing passes behind his head, like wrap around the court. I mean, the Jokic full like swing arm like slingshot passes too. Pass. That people make it seem like that's normal, like because it's not flashy, I guess. But if you ever held a basketball in your hand, like actually held a basketball, and you've just tried to like launch it like a slingshot,
like it takes a lot of energy and force for that,
and to be able to aim it, because he's not just throwing it, he's beaming it.
Yeah, you can do that, and it'll go like to the side, like
to wherever. No, he's doing that and pitching it straight into like your shooting pocket.
Yeah, literally
whizzing it by like 6 players, just
that, and then like the behind the head like passes that he does,
the little bounce passes.
Well, as soon as he gets in position in the post, that's like it's
over, man.
That's where he likes to work from. It's like he has all the options around him.
I mean, we saw how the Lakers were defending him last season, which was hilarious. They just weren't letting you inbound the ball, like pass the ball in to Jokic. They were fronting him. They were just fronting him
Yeah,
the whole
yeah.
time. Like, nah, I'm not letting him get the ball here. Don't let him do it because
No, literally.
he'll kill you from there. He's either going to
Yeah.
turn around and dunk it on you. He's going to shoot it, like do a little fadeaway, do a little, or pass it to whoever, to a cutter, to a 3-point shooter. I think I'm happy with giving them heterochromia, and the league has two eyes,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
Luka and Jokic. It has
I
to
think
be. I think
heterochromia is the way to go.
it would be unfair for them
Yeah.
to not be the two eyes of the league. And then last but not least, we're going to the face of the league. This is who we think will be, and I know, like, let's LeBron is still probably the most famous player in the league. Steph is probably the second most famous player in the league. But they're in their twilight years. I don't necessarily think while they might be the face of the league, they're not the face of this new NBA. When you think about this season coming up, you're not really thinking, unless you're an old head and all you do is watch like ESPN First Take or something, you're not really thinking about like LeBron and Steph for this year. LeBron's out with sciatica, for God's sakes.
Yeah, yeah.
Who do you have as the face of the league?
So I have Ant.
I had Ant as well.
I have another pick that hasn't even played a game yet, technically, and that's Cooper Flag.
The White Hope.
The White Hope. And the reason I say this is because shit talking basketball is back. And
yes.
And people are like, Ant broke down that barrier again of like being an intense player and having the talent to like, because it's like there's been intense players that just haven't had the talent to be like the number one. Like,
yeah.
Think of a Draymond. Draymond can shit talk you all he wants, but it's like he's like the third option on his team.
I know. Ant brought back like the KG motto, like I'm also one of the best players in the league, but I'm gonna shit talk you the whole game.
Yeah, and guess what? I have the ball in the last seconds of the game, and I'm gonna hit a 3 in your face.
And he wants to guard the best players too, which is not something that
exactly.
like most players do anymore.
He doesn't duck the smoke. Like he wants the challenge, and he openly says it.
Yeah. He literally calls out, like, you gotta love it. I mean, he's wonderful in that way.
And think about also like the commercials he's getting, like the shoes, bro. He brought back, people were wearing shoes with jeans.
But Flag is repping New Balance.
I know. I'm excited about that.
Flag is repping New Balance. He's
another intense player. Like
the first exciting white American prospect since,
who knows?
What was the last exciting white American prospect? I mean, I guess Chet Holmgren, but not in this way.
No, Chet Holmgren was just because like he's tall and like he can shoot threes.
Yeah, like he's gonna be really good, but not face of the league conversation.
Right.
Yeah, man. I like Cooper Flag too, because there's gonna be so much coverage of him, because there's still the drama around the Dallas Mavericks and what happened there, right? Like, people have not forgotten Nico Harris. I'm sorry to tell you, people have still not forgotten what he did. And to your point, he talks a lot of shit. He's gonna ball out. He plays D. He's a similar type of cut from Ant. I had another pick too, who I think is a contender here in a different way. And this leans international. I think Wemby is also a face of the league. He's
God willing,
he's going to be everywhere.
Health. Yeah, God willing, health is on his side.
God willing, health. Wemby's going to be everywhere, and he's going to be putting up numbers that we've never seen before.
When your logo's an alien, I think that,
I think people are going to. I think by the end of this season, with health, which, I mean, all things considered, there's no reason to assume he won't be. The blood clot was apparently a one-off. Like, supposedly he's fine. But if Wemby plays this whole season, I think that he's going to become a household name. Like, I think, because he's 7'5".
Yeah.
Like, I think by the end of
skilled.
I think by the end of the season, like, your mom might know who, like, that Wemby guy is.
Yeah.
She might not know how to say his name, his full name.
Just say Wemby.
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 But I think I think everyone's going to know him. Like, beyond the NBA scope, obviously he's going to be the biggest international player. And I think he's just going to do, like, I think this is going to be the year. We've all talked about it. If you follow the league, you've talked about it, you've thought about it. this is going to be the year where I think he starts to cement himself as like, I might be one of the best players that's ever played basketball.
Yeah. And while doing it all from San Antonio, which isn't like the mecca of
No,
like players get pretty much hidden over there. Like you
they
don't
do.
really
That's like
hear
kind of
too
what they
much
go there
about
for.
them. Yeah.
But I mean, and also he's like, I mean, even from his first 2 years, he's been the perfect post-game interview guy. Like all he cares about is winning. He's super insightful.
Yeah.
He's got the mind for it. Yeah,
Guy
I
trains
like
with like with monks.
Buddhist monks, man. He went from
But
training
also
Buddhist monks to
KG.
KG. Yeah, like he's just he's a freak, man. And he's gonna average what, 6 blocks a game?
I mean, just no one is built like that.
No, literally,
Like,
literally, physically, nobody
nobody's
is
built.
constructed in the same way that Wembanyama is. So personally, I'd go with Wemby as like, I think
Also,
that he's
dude, he came into the league at 19 years old and was already one of the best players. Like,
people thought that he was a lock for Defensive Player of the Year last year before he got injured. This is a
Yeah.
second-year player in the NBA, and they're like, yeah, it's 100% Wemby. Everyone, even
Yeah.
right now, everyone is like
Dude,
100% next year's Wemby.
he was blocking threes from the paint. Like, what do you do as like when the game is, oh, we're gonna shoot threes? Now I can block your three?
Look, I mean, besides the fact that he's 7'5" and can dribble, like everyone knew he was different, but I knew he was like really different. Before he got drafted, there was a clip of him missing one of his own 3-point shots and then making a putback dunk off of that rebound.
Yeah.
That, like,
I mean, no, you can't do that.
that's not, I don't think you could do that in 2K.
No.
I think the reaction time of the game does not allow you to shoot a three and then put back.
I don't know if you've
Dunk your
ever
three.
played Wemby on 2K,
I have not, actually.
but if you just throw an alley-oop his way, he always catches it somehow.
It doesn't matter. Because who's going to outjump him?
It doesn't matter. He's 7'5" and is skilled, athletic, like.
And he's putting people under the basket this year, too.
No, and not just that, but he's like, if it wasn't for the blood clot, like he takes care of his body, like.
Yo, he's in incredible shape.
And he's literally he does dynamic straight. He doesn't move like a big man who's 7'5".
No,
He moves like a point guard.
I mean, man, I'm so excited. I hope that he's healthy.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to watch Wembanyama play basketball. I think that's like must-see TV. We played them pretty early on in the season too, which I'm very excited about because Ware always has a big game too when we play against Wemby, which is even more exciting for us. But yeah, I personally, I think Wemby wins this out for this year right now.
Sure.
Just to recap where we landed, real quick before we get out of here. The face of the league we both just have discussed. There's some great options here, but I think Wemby, especially when you take the international angle, is going to be the face of this season. Might be top 5 MVP, probably win Depoy. The eyes we gave heterochromia to Luka and Jokic, just as 2 of the best passers in the league. The mouth to Michael Porter Jr. as he will have some of the hottest content for us all to consume.
He's already in mid-season form. We haven't even started.
We haven't even started, and he's just dropping heaters. Shoulders, KD for the pressure he has on him to change his legacy forever. If he were to win a chip with Houston, which is a possibility, like don't count out the Rockets. If KD wins a chip with Houston, it changes every way that everyone thinks about him. The arms, which was a great sneaky pick by you. Derek White for having to just hold together and embrace the chaos of the Celtics, to embrace Mazzulla Ball, to embrace his fallen homie in Tatum and his propped up homie in Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown's going to be leaning on Derek White to be his Robin to the Batman, you know? So that's a great one. The hands, we both went with, we both ended up with Ant with a runner-up being Kyrie. Kyrie just, honorable mention here, just not going to be around enough probably. For the back, we went with Devin Booker, who's... Devin Booker, man. I hope that you're taking Tylenol after every game. Actually, be careful with the Tylenol, maybe. I don't know. We never know, right? The legs, John Morant for being the most explosive guy that we have. The heel, we think that there's some potential for someone to be a dark horse here, but we're just going with Dylan Brooks as the default, because he makes sense. And then the feet, my guy, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. So that's our body of the NBA. We're going to come back to this at the end of the season. We might even recap this mid-season to see how we're still feeling
Yeah.
about these picks, just to revisit it, which I think will be fun. But that wraps this up. Before we get out of here, Alain,
Yeah,
let the
bro.
people know where we can find you, since you do have your own podcast, which is great content. You've been doing this longer than I have. And yeah, just give the people your cell.
Nah, man, just follow me at the Domino Tapes on Instagram, on YouTube, the Domino Tapes, TikTok, all that.
What do we
Everywhere
have
the
to look
Domino
forward to
Tapes.
on the Domino Tapes coming up recently, or something you've done?
Recently we literally actually just today recorded a pod with an Uruguayan rapper who
Uruguaya.
she's super fire and uh super talented. Literally just started making music less than a year ago and is already like getting up there, like 34K monthly
Okay,
on Spotify, and
that's something to scoff
her sound doesn't tell you that she just started. So it's a lot of potential. She could be the face of
at. She might be the face of Uruguayan rap music already, for
Uruguayan
sure.
rap music for sure.
Yeah,
But
but that's sick.
that's
You're gonna
coming
have to
up
send me a
this
link
week,
to that.
and yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Got
Thank
to.
you, Alain. Thank you for joining us. That's it.